Alleged diamond scammer Louis Liebenberg is
Louis Liebenberg and his diamond scam kingpin, Louis Liebenberg.
Gauteng businessman Louis Liebenberg.
He's also somebody who's very good at trying to buy influence. I mean, we've seen him previously, before he had his own legal troubles, in court regularly when Jacob Zuma was in court. We know of that kind of affiliation. The diamond being given to Paul Mashatile, Deputy President Paul Mashatile's wife.
Louis Liebenberg, diamond dealer, MK party funder, alleged fraudster, and failed politician. In the 2024 elections, he stood as an independent candidate, winning just 307 votes in the Free State and 1,115 in Gauteng, for a total of 1,422 regional votes. That amounts to about 0.04% of the votes in the Free State and 0.03 in Gauteng. The poor showing meant that Liebenberg lost the 40,000 deposit he paid to stand in the elections. South Africa is a country rich in diamonds. The discovery of diamonds in the 19th century led to a diamond rush, and soon companies like De Beers began to dominate the market. But as the diamond industry grew, so did the complexity of trading these precious stones. De Beers, founded by Cecil Rhodes in the 1880s, became the most powerful diamond company in the world. And for much of the 20th century, they controlled the majority of the world's diamond supply. However, the landscape of diamond trading was changing. Smaller independent dealers like Louis Liebenberg began to carve out their own niche, challenging the traditional monopolies and pushing the boundaries of what was possible in the trade. Louis Liebenberg is a controversial businessman who is an associate of former President Jacob Zuma. The former president, when talking about him, described him as the definition of loyalty. On the other hand, the Democratic Alliance referred to his arrest as a victory for justice. Louis Liebenberg, a self-proclaimed philanthropist and an alleged ringleader of a 4 billion rand ponzi scheme. The diamond trade has long been associated with ethical concerns, from conflict diamonds to environmental impact. Similar to the diamond industry, Louis Liebenberg's name is surrounded by a lot of controversy and scandal, from his association with former President Jacob Zuma to an alleged multi-billion rand ponzi scheme. During his appearance at the ad hoc committee investigating allegations of police corruption by General Mkhwanazi in Parliament, former Police Minister Bheki Cele made claims about MK Party being funded by Louis Liebenberg.
That guy is arrested, but he wants to meet me to give me information. Okay? The second thing that could not be made direct, there is a guy called LL. I don't know if you know a guy called LL SC. His name is Louis Liebenberg. He's a king of Zamazamas. He cleans diamonds and everything. He's millions and millions. He funds MKP. He maybe finds Baba and through him MKP, because he paid 500,000. He paid 500,000 for the case for the private case to be taken to court. I think.
In a media statement, the spokesperson of MK Party refuted the claims by the former minister. He said, "Cele's allegations are entirely baseless and malicious. As a former Minister of Police, Mr. Cele had both the authority and the responsibility to act on any such information if it were true. His failure to do so exposes those claims as nothing more than reckless political posturing intended to mislead the public." Close quote. However, in an earlier report, the Daily Maverick revealed that a former employee of Louis Liebenberg, Euster, employed by Liebenberg in 2021 as a protection officer, had a ringside seat in the golden circle of what the state believes is fraud worth billions. Euster named several politically exposed people who allegedly received money and gifts from Liebenberg. They include Deputy President Paul Mashatile, former President Jacob Zuma, former Minister of Social Development Lindiwe Zulu, Zuma's apparent daughter Rejoice Zuma, Mines Inspector David Msiza of the Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources, Deputy National Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya, former Northwest Premier Supra Mahumapelo, King Musizulu Kazulitini, unnamed senior officials from the South African Revenue Services, EFF MP Carl Niehaus, Isaac van Zyl of the right-wing Boer religion, and Willem Pretorius of the Boer Mag. Euster claims to have witnessed the transactions between individuals named in his affidavit and Liebenberg. A lot of the details in Euster's affidavit is bound to be revealed or contested in the lengthy court proceedings that are likely to follow. On November 15, 2024, the South African Human Rights Commission, Gauteng Provincial Office, served court papers to Mr. Louis Liebenberg over alleged racist utterances. This follows the Human Rights Commission filing an application in the Equality Court, sitting in the Pretoria High Court on November 7, 2024. The Human Rights Commission brought this application to the Equality Court after receiving complaints about the utterances made by Liebenberg on several WhatsApp voice notes, which include the repeated use of the K-word, reference to black people as monkeys, as well as nostalgia for apartheid and discrimination. The Human Rights Commission seeks that the court declare the utterances made by Liebenberg as hate speech in terms of Section 10 of the Promotion of Equality, Prevention of Unfair Discrimination Act of 2000. I have not been able to find the outcome of these proceedings. If you know anything, share in the comment section. Liebenberg is currently in court facing various charges. The state alleges that Liebenberg, his wife, and 7 other people are members of a diamond syndicate. Liebenberg's company, Triomex, which traded as Forever Diamonds and Gold, has been under investigation by the Hawks since 2019. Liebenberg is alleged to have advertised unpolished diamonds on social media, invited potential investors to invest in his diamond dealing business, with the promise of lucrative return which never materialized. The state says the accused utilized the proceeds of the diamond investment scheme to purchase movable and immovable assets, including 2 mines and various motor vehicles, a Ford Bucky, BMW 320i Sport, Toyota Agya, Kruger Rands, and silver coins, and to pay for Liebenberg's lavish wedding and honeymoon in Greece. Various immovable properties, including an office block, were purchased.
Liebenberg, the controversial 55-year-old businessman, has earned himself a rather notorious reputation in the South African diamond industry. His Forever Gold and Diamonds business, promoted via social media, offers people incredible returns on their investments.
He asked people to invest in his project.
The deal sounds simple. Investors buy into parcels of uncut diamonds like the ones seen posted here. Liebenberg gets them from undisclosed sources in the diamond-rich areas of South Africa's west coast and Namaqualand. In offers like this one, Liebenberg says, "We make approximately 50% profit every 10 days by buying and selling without any cutting done. 100% plus when we cut." The 50% return is offered over a 14-day time period, and the 100% return takes 30 days.
Berg unequivocally denies that he took 4.5 billion rand from investors, as claimed by the state. It is also his contention that the state isn't sure of its own case and whether all these charges will stand in court. He said, "It is an absolute lie that we have taken 4.5 billion rand of people's money. We have delivered 4.6 billion rand and paid about 4.5 billion rand, and 100 million difference We have mines, workers, assets and buildings and have given out 4.5 billion rand, but the state accuses us of theft. He says the idea behind Forever Diamonds started off as a dream to allow ordinary people to own diamonds and gold.